Make some beef stroganoff today. So I got a couple pounds of this sirloin steak, like a family pack sirloin steak. I'm going to cut this across the grain. Look what way the grain's running and just cut it into strips. No big deal. You know, it's about a ½ inch thick, I think. I'm not going to use it all. I'll probably use 3 of these. Got a bunch of mushroom. I will use all the mushrooms. I love mushrooms. I'll put some onion and garlic in there, and I got some beef broth, sour cream, salt and pepper, a little bit of cream, some butter, and some egg noodles. Yeah, get my egg noodles. So I'll do that and get this started. Use this pot here. I'll probably do 2 batches, and I'll put the meat off to the side and then start cooking the mushrooms and the onion. Okay, it's going. Got my meat cut up into nice strips there. Got my olive oil going. So I'll do a couple batches in this. Let's see. I'll do a couple batches. It's pretty hot. It's getting hot. I got half of my meat going. Olive oil. I need a couple tablespoons of olive oil. There's the other meat. Looks good to me. Got half of the meat done. This here. Doing this half. You know the juice coming out of there, man. It's just filled with juice. So it's just a minute and a half on each side. I just flipped it over one time. Browned it on 2 sides. Wow, look at all that good stuff on there. On the bottom. Oh yeah. Nothing like a little butter help move things along. quarter cup of butter, quarter stick, or no, it's a half of a stick, quarter cup or whatever. 4 tablespoons. So get all that stuff off the bottom from the beef. Got my meat sitting over here. You gotta try to keep it warm, I guess. Got all that nice beef drippings and olive oil and butter in there. Mushrooms, onion. Used a whole pound of mushrooms and a medium onion. My beef. Where's the beef? There it is. Here's my beef broth. I got some Worcestershire sauce. You know, a tablespoon and a half or whatever. Look Got some flour. This is salt and pepper, just like a teaspoon salt and pepper in right there. It's in my garlic. It's going in right now. Hell yeah. Salt, pepper, garlic. Doesn't need to be all separate. It mixes in eventually. So my dishwasher's going right now. All my stuff is in the dishwasher. Looking pretty good, man. That's just the butter, olive oil, and all the liquid out of the mushrooms and onion. I want to concentrate that. I'm going to reduce it, concentrate it. It's got the beef drippings in there too. I'll concentrate this liquid, get it down to where it's almost dehydrated, or evaporated rather, that's what I wanted to say. Then I'll add the beef back in. No, I'll put the flour in there and mix the flour in, and then I'll add this beef broth and the meat and let it simmer for a little while. Looks good. So you can see it's starting to, liquids are starting to concentrate, evaporate. So I can probably add in my flour now. I got a, I don't know, quarter cup of flour is in there. I just don't want it to get too thick. So we cook this flour in, right? Cook the flour. Uncooked flour is not good. I'm using these tongs. I can smell the salt and pepper and stuff. Well, not the salt, but the pepper. The onion, the garlic. So that's getting dried up. It's cooking in. I turn the flame down a little bit. That pan's drying out. Flour's cooking in good. Don't want to overcook the mushrooms, but mushrooms are pretty good. It doesn't matter how long you cook them. I just like them a little bit firm. So yeah, you can see the bottom of this pan starting to get crusty. Flour's cooked in good. I'll add my beef broth. I had a can of beef broth. I'll use, I don't know, 3/4 of it or whatever. Right now, need something like a spoon, I guess. Spatula. Everything's in the dishwasher. Yeah, that's working. It's pretty thick. I'll add the rest of my beef broth. So I'll go back in with this meat. Ooh, that looks good. Wow, that looks good. Let this cook in for a little bit. I might have to add some more water. I don't know. We'll see. Looking good, man. Looking good. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna add some cream in there. I had cream left over from another recipe I did. And I'm gonna put sour cream in here too in a minute. And that Worcestershire sauce. So I got my noodles going. Well, not my noodles going yet, but the water's going. And this is the end of part 1. You gotta come back to watch the rest of it get put together. I'll put the Worcestershire and the sour cream in there, and the noodles will come together, and we'll make the dish. So that's it. Part 2 coming up. Beef Stroganoff.